18 of the 30-day My Fitness Quest Challenge. Today is upper body. So, I know you guys are so tired of push-ups. I'm not saying they're completely gone, but we're going to challenge you in some other ways. Based on your resistance bands and the resistance that you've chosen, your repetitions might vary. The goal is 12 to 15 of each exercise. I've paired things today so that we can do something called supersets. Now keep in mind, if your resistance band is a little heavier, you might want to knock your repetitions down to 10 of each exercise. Your goal is going to be to do each pairing 2 to 3 times before you move on to the next pairing. The first thing we're going to do is a seated overhead press. So, as you're sitting, you're going to sit nice and tall, abs in, and you're going to press overhead. The elbows only come slightly below the shoulders. If you have some shoulder issues where overhead exercises aren't good for you, I'll show you some options a little bit later. Now we're going to stand, and we're going to release one foot, standing nice and tall, and we're going to do lateral raises. So single arm comes no higher than shoulder height. Also keep in mind, if you have neck issues, you want to be really careful that you're not pulling up into your traps. Okay, so that's your first pairing. Your second pairing is going to be chest. And I did go a little heavier in my resistance band here. You don't necessarily have to. You can keep that medium resistance. So you want to attach that band so that it's attached to something so that you can actually come between the straps and press forward, pressing, using that core to keep yourself stable. That's your first exercise. Then we're going to pair that with your favorite push-ups. Again, knees or toes push-ups. That's your second pairing. Third pairing, we're going to go back to where you have this attached to something. And it's going to be about like chest or underneath your chest height. And we're going to do rows. Making sure you're squeezing that upper back and that your knees are slightly bent. That's going to be paired with a single arm reverse fly. So back over to that single leg. And again, you can increase the level of difficulty based on where your foot is. This is our reverse fly. Right in that rear delt. Okay, that is your other pairing. Now we're going to go into triceps. So I'm going to sit on here so you can actually get a good idea. This is a single arm tricep extension. So you're going to take that band behind your back. Based on where you hold it will control your resistance. So my elbow is really close to my ear, and I'm just going to extend up. Just like so. You'll do both sides before you return to your second exercise to do bridge dips. You'll lift your bottom, and you'll touch your bottom onto the ground. If you want to make these more difficult, you can lift a leg. Your last pairing is biceps. So that traditional curl that you have, where you take your feet. Now, depending on how wide your feet are or how close, will depend on how difficult the exercise is. Elbows into your side, chest tall, and shoulders back. We curl. And then we're going to pair that with a single arm curl. So you have this band that is attached. You're going to take it and interlace it and pull it tight. Then you're going to walk out. And again, however far you go will be based on how hard it is. So your abdominals are in, you can stagger your stance, and my elbow is extended right from my shoulder. And you're going to pull it in towards the ear, keeping the core nice and tight. So again, you are going to do those pairings Before you move on to the next pair, you want to complete it 2 to 3 times. Again, your repetitions are based on the resistance of your quads, and again, whatever fitness level you are. I did not add a bonus in there today because you're going to have some really great opportunities next week to gain some more points that will then result in more tickets for you. So stay tuned for that. And then also, don't forget your weekly wrap-up that I will post later Friday afternoon. So now, options for some of your shoulder issues. So I showed you earlier how to wrap your band. This is going to come about waist height, okay? I usually like to stick a towel under here. This helps with the rotators. So again, how far out you go will depend on how hard it is. And you're going to open and close. Open and close. That perhaps might be a better option for you if overhead movement is tough, okay? Laterally, if you've got some neck issues and you're afraid that those lateral raises will get up into your neck, you also have the option to go forward so that you work the anterior delt versus the medial delt. Okay, guys, I hope you got all that. I know it's a ton, but good luck to you and work that upper body.